Hey everybody, and welcome to the Dante Bazzea Show. Today we got a special guest, Mr. Reuben Fillies, who is a musician, which implies he is a singer, songwriter, and guitarist. His music is amazing. He makes great music. And I'm not just saying this because he's my friend. I really do enjoy his music. The links to go check out his music are in the description. Go listen to one of his songs after you enjoy this podcast. He also is a skateboarder, but he's not professional. He just does it for fun like me. That's how we met. We met at a local skate park. So yeah, guys, please welcome my friend Reuben Fillies. We're rolling.
Let's go, we're doing it.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm doing good, bro. How are you?
Good, and you?
Good.
You know, you were the first person I ever contacted when I decided to start a podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's sick. I like that. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, I dig your music and
Appreciate it,
I've
bro.
known you for a little while.
A while, yeah, dude. Since the skating days.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, dude.
We go back.
We go back, bro. We do indeed.
Didn't you just come back from living in California?
Yeah. Got back 2 weeks ago now. So I'll be here until, I'll just be here for another month.
Oh, so,
Yeah.
you currently live properly in California?
Yeah, for right now, I do, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Do you like living there?
Yeah, it's good. It's different. It's really it's a totally different vibe than it is here. But it's fun. I do like it. Yeah.
What was the reason for you going to move to California? Was there any reason, or you just decided I want to get out of Africa?
No, I love South Africa. It's I didn't want to leave really. But I was working with a non-profit missions organization in Hawaii
Okay.
for a few years, and then finally my time was just coming to a close there, and I had some friends that moved into a house in Huntington Beach in California, and they invited me to move out there, and I was super keen to do it, so I just got on the plane, moved out there.
Were everyone in that house musicians or just people you knew?
A lot of them are musicians, a lot of them are artsy, and so one of them's a creative director, and one of them's a wedding videographer. But yeah, everyone's pretty creative in the house, yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
The house of creatives.
Pretty much, yeah, it's pretty sick, I like it.
Did you skate a lot when you're out there, or you focus on your music?
I wish I focused more on music. I surfed a lot more than I skated. I mean, I skated a little bit, but everyone rips there, dude. I saw so many pros just tearing up the park, and it's pretty intimidating.
Can you name a few pros you met?
Yeah, I met at the park. I saw Kyle Walker, Ryan Senzo, TJ Rogers were there a lot, and then Ethan Law was there last time I was there, Dono Walker, and then I met Chase Webb and a Baker Pro, Theodis Beasley at one a concert, and so there's a lot of good skaters just cruising around there. Yeah.
Well, California is the central place for skating.
It's a mecca, dude. Yeah.
Everyone goes out there if they want to pursue skating.
Literally, yeah. So it's sick. A lot of good skaters, but then the skate parks are obviously crowded all the time. So. Yeah, dude.
Sick.
Yeah.
Well, I got some questions. We're gonna dive in.
Let's do it.
How did you get into music?
I've always been around it. My dad was a worship leader, and so he always had a guitar around, and I had drums. I used to play, and then I think when I started the first time I got my real instrument was a set of drums when I was 10, and then I played in a couple of bands and messed around with that, and then I must have been 11 or 12. I got an electric guitar, and then when I was 13 or 14, then I started playing more piano. But I think now, probably since I was 18, I've just been playing a lot more guitar. But yeah, probably I guess since I was 10 is when I actually started playing, and then when I was 18 is when I started writing music and taking it more seriously.
So,
yeah.
Would you say the guitar is your favorite instrument?
It's what I'm best at, but drums are definitely the most fun. Drums are by far the easiest to play, and they're just the most fun. Yeah.
I'm pretty good at drums when I mess around.
Yeah? You like it?
It's fun.
They're so fun. There's no chords. You just pretty much do it.
It's easy to make a rhythm.
Yeah. So that's what I like. You don't have to learn lead parts. I mean, you have to learn some parts, but it's just a lot more fun than guitar. It's a lot less structured.
How did you get into playing the guitar?
I was in the Philippines with my family, and I remember for my birthday I asked for an electric guitar. So my dad got me one, a little Stratocaster remodel kind of thing. And yeah, I just took guitar lessons for a little bit, and then I got an acoustic. Well, then I got 2 other electrics, and I got an acoustic, and then I just played a lot of acoustic for a long time, which really helped a lot. And then I started playing more electric probably the last 3 years, and just kind of kept going, kept progressing, kept learning.
Sick.
Yeah.
What do you prefer playing, the acoustic or the electric, or it depends on the type of song you want to play or your mood?
Yeah, it depends what I played. Like when I have my electric guitar with me, I always miss an acoustic, and then sometimes I'll have like an acoustic and I just want to play electric. But so it's kind of like whatever I don't have with me that I miss playing. But I think I enjoy, if I'm just playing around, I'll enjoy playing acoustic. But if I'm playing with a band, I love electric.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever play those acoustic that also plug into amps?
Yeah. That's what I usually do. So I have to mic it up. It's a little bit easier. But yeah, they're a lot of fun. They're really nice.
Sick.
Yeah.
What type of music did you grow up listening to? Like, what influenced you?
A lot. I mean, I hear a lot of like my favorite artists have like specific artists I grew up listening to, but I think the house is always filled with jazz. But I love like Cape Town jazz and also international jazz and like Bob Marley. I remember we used to listen to a lot of worship music as well. U2, my dad loved. So really like I would say big ones just like classic rock and jazz for the most part. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. And like South African music, obviously.
What type of music do you listen to now? Is it different to what you grew up on?
Yeah, it's a lot. Now I listen to a lot of indie rock, indie pop. I'm starting to listen to a lot of R&B recently again, like Frank Ocean and Chris Brown and Lucky Day is like a new favorite of mine. But yeah, definitely a lot of R&B and indie pop, indie rock kind of stuff, and pop music I've been listening to a little more. Yeah.
Do you ever listen to rap?
Yes, sometimes. Yeah, I do. I love Kanye's stuff. Who else? There's some like English rappers I really like. I really like. Chance the Rapper came out with like a Christmas album, which is cool. But I do like Kanye, and then Kendrick obviously is just a staple. And Drake, I've been listening to a lot of Drake. That's who it was.
I don't like Drake.
You don't like Drake?
His voice, I don't.
You don't like
I
Drake?
don't vibe with it.
You don't vibe. Yeah, I get that, but he's got such a wide variety of style, and I do like it. Yeah.
You ever listen to Eminem?
Eminem's a little too hectic for me.
Yeah, my mom's the same. My
Yeah.
mom likes him, but she's like, sometimes I'll play him in the house. He's like, no, not today.
Yeah. It's
He's
like,
a bit aggressive on his
his
verses.
He's definitely like extremely talented, but it's a little bit aggressive, yeah, for me. Yeah.
I also like Logic, but he's also sometimes aggressive.
Yeah, I used to love Logic actually. I listened to a lot of his. I can't remember what album it was, but I listened to it a lot. It was really good.
You know, he retired recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for him. I mean, the music industry's crazy. If you don't a lot of people just don't handle the pressure. If you can't, it's honestly better to just take a bit of a break.
He's so young, he's only 30.
Yeah, but that just shows how like twisted the industry can be. Like, there's a lot of naughty stuff in the industry that people just don't see on the outside. Yeah.
He wants to pursue acting.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's dope. Good for him. He's a talent. He's a creative. That's sick. I love that.
He said on a podcast he's doing some video game some video game where they put the suits on and they're gonna like motion capture.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
I forgot what video game he was talking about.
Yeah, that's dope though. I think it's cool to see people like branch out of what they're known for.
Yeah.
Like actors that do music, like Jamie Foxx is like just talented like crazy. And then I love seeing like musicians that do acting and just like kind of break through the molds of like modeling and all that kind of stuff. So that's sick.
What are your thoughts on artists showing more personality nowadays? Like we mentioned, like some of them do acting and all this other kind of stuff. What are your thoughts on that? Or do you think they should stick to music and make the music speak for themselves? Or you think it's do whatever pays the bills?
Do whatever they want, honestly. Like, I mean, yeah. I think when you're like forced to do something, you're not going to be very creative. But if you want to do like a movie, then do a movie. If you want to do something else, like do whatever you want. Like, you don't want to box yourself in with art. Like, and I think you can learn a lot from filming a movie. That like obviously it's so different to writing a song, but you can take parts of like what it looks like and implement it in the music, and so you can learn so much from different skills. So I think it's so cool. Yeah. I think like if all you do is write one type of music, one genre of music for the rest of your life, obviously you'll get really good at it, but it's not gonna be that interesting. True. But I love seeing people that like pull in they experiment with modeling, they experiment with like movies, they experiment with photography, they experiment with like different genres of music, even like musicals and stuff. It's just like stretching your skill level. So I think it's sick. I love that.
Sure. You get a lot of especially rappers who do acting and music.
Yeah, and it's like, why not, you know? They already like have all the connections, so they can do, just go for it,
And most of them, when they end up doing the movie, they end up making a song for the movie anyway.
Yeah. And that's sick. Like, I think also, for people that write songs for movies, it's like when you, in the production of a movie, you kind of know how things work a little better, rather than just like having someone tell you what you need to write and then doing it. You can kind of understand the production of the movie, how it's going, and you're literally like in the project, so you have a lot more to say about it, which I think is cool.
True.
Yeah.
You know Idris Elba?
Yeah.
Well, he's also a rapper and a DJ.
That's dope. Idris Elba's sick.
Yeah, I like him.
He's funny.
Well, he made a rap song. Well, he had a verse on a rap song for Hobbs and Shaw, that Fast and Furious spin-off.
I haven't seen it, yeah.
It's worth checking out. It's got some good action.
Dope, yeah.
And in his verse in that song is where he's just rapping away his character.
That's dope, yeah.
Because they called him the Black Superman.
That's sick. Yeah, I think that's cool. Like, that's so dope. He's a good actor. I like him. He's funny.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah.
Would you ever want to act?
No. I think it'd be really stretching, but I don't want to, if that makes sense. Like, I think if I did it, it'd be really good, and I'd like learn a lot, but I don't really have this desire to. I just like find it so odd, like taking up another personality, and it takes a lot of skill, which I just like don't have right now.
Okay.
So I have a lot of my friends that want it, like, you know, Sam Shine, he wants to pursue acting, and so I've seen what it takes, and it's like, I have some friends, obviously in LA, everyone wants to be the next big thing, so it's a lot of hard work that goes into it, and a lot of disappointment that comes from like not getting the part, but I think, like I was saying, I think it'd be really beneficial, but it's something I'd have to like make myself do rather than like want to do.
When I had a little phase, I wanted to be an actor.
Yeah.
But then my mom was like, there's no point because you can do the same thing on YouTube and sometimes you get more views.
Oh yeah, YouTube's great. Like, people get millions of followers for doing whatever they want, and you have no like production team. You're pretty much the production team, and you can decide what to do when.
And you get that immediate feedback from your audience.
Exactly. And there's not, you don't have to like wait for ads to come out, you have to wait for like it to be approved in different cinemas. And nowadays no one's even going to movies, so everyone's just watching stuff on YouTube, you know?
True. Would you ever want to write a song for a movie?
Yes, I would love to. I've done it, I did it once. I didn't write a song for me, but someone used my song for like a short film, like a surf movie. It was sick, it was like the finishing, like the last song of the movie, which is really cool. I would love to write a song for a movie. Like, I think it'd be so cool. I think if it was a movie I liked and I was able to like understand what the plot was, and I would love to, it'd be really cool.
Any movies in mind you want to do it for?
Yeah, I would love to write like a song for like a drama or like an action drama kind of thing. Like, trying to think of like iconic movie soundtracks. I mean, like Lion King's like soundtrack is like so iconic, and I wouldn't want to write something like that because that's like so out of my league. Yeah, but like writing for like a romantic film or like a drama, something with like a bit of emotion would be sick. I think it'd be fun. Or like writing like a fun surf pop song for like some like comedy or whatever, or some like, you know, beachy movie, I don't know. Yeah, I think it'd be fun either way.
What's your songwriting process like?
What I've been doing more and more, I started off by writing songs on the guitar and just like playing chords and writing melodies. But more and more I've been like producing a song and then writing lyrics to it. So I usually like yesterday I was working on a song and I like found a bass line and then I found the drums and like a little synth like melody and then like some guitar. So that's kind of how I would like produce basically the chorus or the verse, depending on what it turns out to be. And then then I'll write the lyrics. Yeah.
My cat's interesting.
I know, yeah.
There's Peaches.
Is that Peaches the legend?
Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, so that's, I think more so now I just like will write, I'll like produce a song and then I'll like write the lyrics.
Cool.
Hey. Well,
You're a friend now.
yeah. I try to put it down because I'm a little bit allergic to cats.
Okay, should I take her out the studio?
No, yeah, she's fine. I just shouldn't have her on my lap, but it'll be good, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's, I think, at the beginning I definitely wrote more, like just acoustic singer-songwriter stuff, and now the stuff I'm writing, it's more like produced, so.
Do you ever, when you're like out or you chatting with people and you hear a cool word, you ever just quickly write down on your phone?
Not as much as I would like. I think I usually will if I won't get inspired with lyrics. Usually I'll get inspired with melodies and songs, and so I'll have an idea that I'll sing into my phone or whatever. But there's been times where I will just take notes on a situation or a story someone told me. Then that's what Sincerity came out of a story I heard, and so
Oh, cool.
yeah, just taking little notes and then obviously developing it later. But yeah.
What's the meaning behind Sincerity, if you don't mind sharing?
It was actually I was at church in Indiana with my girlfriend and her family, and the pastor was just talking about being sincere to ourselves and about being real, and in today everyone wants to be something different. They want to look like the next Jake Paul, the next who knows what. And so I don't know. It just was even just a reminder to me of literally if you can't look at yourself in the mirror and be stoked with this is who I am, because you can only hold on a facade for so long and an image that's not really yours for so long, and so it's just being comfortable in your own skin and being you know what, this is who I am, and that's dope. And
That is true.
because otherwise I think there's a lot of people wanting to be somebody else, wanting to look like other people, especially with Instagram. You always want what someone else has, you always want to be where someone else is. So there's a lot of jealousy that flows around all those apps, the social media, and I even fall into it every day. But it's just just being stoked with who you are, And you look at yourself in the mirror and be like I'm actually a genuine person,
True.
Yeah.
Nowadays with social media, everyone's too worried about their image.
No, literally, yeah. It's people spend more time projecting an image than just being themselves. People want their Instagram photos to look perfect. They want their outfits to look perfect. They want their profile pictures to look better than they look in person. It's just kind of a bummer.
And people go out to do stuff just to show off that they're doing something cool,
Yeah.
rather than enjoying it for themselves.
Exactly.
I had that problem.
Yeah.
Because I used to go out and always be I've got to get a cool Instagram story or a cool
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
But then when the lockdown happened, kind of since I couldn't go out and actually
Yeah.
create or take new pictures or make new videos,
Yeah.
I kind of had this thought in my head and the realization that all of this doesn't matter. So now I go places. I don't care if I
Exactly.
get a cool picture. Where I just enjoy the moment or enjoy the time out with my family or a friend.
That's the I had the same I would always I don't know, I just like taking photos of stuff, and I'll just shoot with my iPhone, and but my camera broke, and so I've recently been shooting a lot of film, and it's great because it's first of all you're limited. You don't want to shoot a whole roll of film a day, so you're not taking a million photos of things, so you'll just stop and take a few photos of things you really want to remember, and then you don't get to see the results for weeks until you develop it. You can develop it whenever you want, I guess, but I will shoot a film roll for 2 weeks, and then I'll hold on to it and develop them all at once or whatever. And then it's way more fun when you get your rolls back, you have all these memories rather than taking a photo, trying to edit it on the spot, trying to post it before someone else does. So it's more, I think now more than ever, it's I want to take photos for memories of oh sick, that was that trip when I went to South Africa, or that was that trip when we went down the coast of California, or rather than being oh, I hope this person sees it, you know what I mean? So,
Oh, this is gonna get lots of likes.
Exactly, yeah. So, yeah, it's it's a slippery slope. So I just would rather stay away from that, yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
Nowadays with Instagram and stuff, I only post to promote my brand Peaches.
Yeah.
Or I'm just promoting my new video or podcast. I don't really post stuff as much
Yeah.
as I used to.
Yeah, I think Instagram is a great place to do a little bit of marketing for whatever it is, and so that's what I try to use it for as well. But even then, I'll find myself scrolling and what am I?
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah, which is hard because it's where everyone posts their news. My friend got married yesterday, and everybody was posting on Instagram, and you'll see someone have a baby, and you'll only find about it on Instagram. So it's hard because there's so much cool stuff. You get to keep up with friends. There's also so much trash with people trying to get attention and people trying to show off or whatever.
True. What you said about film photography, Josh Adams did a similar thing when I interviewed him.
Yeah, I love Josh. Yeah,
He's a cool dude.
He's such a legend, and I think it's just so fun. It's it just slows down. Everything today is so quick. You get a photo, you see it the second you take it. You can post it within 10 seconds. Whereas film photography is slow. Especially if you have a Pentax or whatever. You gotta roll the film up. You gotta send it off to get developed. You gotta adjust everything manually before you take a shot. Like whereas with an iPhone, people just pull out and then done.
They move on with their day.
Move on, yeah. So I think you definitely think about your photos more often, and yeah, I mean I think film's so fun, yeah.
So you like doing photography stuff?
Yeah, I just like it for like the memories. Like I used to be really into taking photos, and like but I just love for like the memories. I'm like not trying to take the best photo now. I'm just trying to take the one that I'll remember, and so yeah, it's just like fun. Like I take photos at the beach. I'll take photos. Like went for coffee today. Took photos there. Like so, just like stuff I like to remember. So it doesn't have to. It's not necessary to post on Instagram. It's more for like a photo album or whatever.
If you want to post Instagram, it's there.
Exactly, yeah. But that's like the second agenda now. You know, it's not the first one. It's not like this will look good on Instagram. It's like I like this photo. I'll let my friends see it, kind of thing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How important is it for you as an artist to be on social media?
That's a very good question, because I think it is. People like to like know about someone's personality, and they want to know like someone. They want to feel like they know someone personally, which is what Instagram is really good at. People can like get sneak peeks of who their favorite artist is, like what they like around the house, what they like doing, what they spend their time besides like doing music, what they like enjoy going out to do with their friends. So I think that's a good thing, but also like the correlation, especially for me and like some of my friends, like between Instagram and Spotify, like I have friends that have millions of plays on Spotify and only a few thousand followers on Instagram. So like it just shows like the main following isn't from their Instagram followers, it's from Spotify playlists and whatever. So in terms of marketing, I don't know how useful it is, but it is good for like letting fans like see like what you're actually like, you know. And obviously the bigger you are as an artist, like people like seeing Shawn Mendes Instagram stories because it's like just him as a person rather than a music video of him or whatever. And so it does break the gap, like it does break the gap between like the listener and the artist, you know. There's like some interaction, which is cool, which I think is obviously like people like that.
Nowadays, personality goes a long way.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't just be a good artist, you have to be a nice person too, which is good.
It's the same with skaters. Like if I watch a skate video,
Yeah.
I just see this guy, even though he could be doing some amazing tricks, I prefer watching the videos where they have the little slice of life stuff where you see them hanging with the homies, and it's not just about their skating. You still just see them just goofing around, and
That's
you know,
it, yeah.
it's also stuff you can relate to more.
Yeah, I love watching skate videos and surf videos, and there's one like surf like channel, I guess it's called Snake Tales, and it's like the surf coach, and it's basically vlogs of surfing, but there's like good surf footage, and there's also like mucking around and like messing about, and they're at the supermarket, they're having coffee, so it's fun to see people like do life rather than just seeing someone rip, because you think like I was talking about it with one of my friends, and we saw like Ethan Loy, who just went pro for Element at the skate park, and he was like ripping. But then you talk to him and he's like such a nice person, like so humble. And then once he leaves the skate park, he's just a normal dude, you know, that most people won't recognize. And he goes about his business. And so it's like you don't think of these artists and these celebrities as like normal people.
That is true.
You know? Like I mean the A-listers obviously they live in a different world, like a different category, but for most like musicians and artists, they're just normal dudes, you know, they just play big shows.
Their jobs just happen to be in the public eye.
Exactly, yeah. So, yeah, I think it's, like going back to your question, I think it's really important to have a social presence, but not to make it your life either, you know? Because then you live for the approval of social media, rather than, you're just like being a leech for attention in a way, kind of.
Yeah. Well, some famous people, they're only famous in certain places like skaters, and some artists might just be like that.
Yeah, and there's like a band called Boy Pablo that I used to really like to listen to, and they still do now. But they're basically huge all over the world. Like they'll tour, especially in like in Asia for some reason, like they're huge. But then they go home to Norway and no one recognizes them. They're just like dudes. You know, they'll fly into like Jakarta or whatever, and there's fans waiting for them at the airport, and they fly home and it's just their mom and dad waiting for them. So it's like, which I think is cool, because then you know you go home and you can relax rather than always. Yeah, so that's dope. There are bands like that, like I want to say like Ben Howard and like Justin Vernon from Bon Iver. You know, they have a huge following, but a lot of people don't like know what they look like really, and so it's like they won't get stopped at the grocery store, stopped at coffee, you know. But then now if you Justin Bieber or Shawn Mendes, you get terrorized wherever you go. So There's definitely like a gap between, you know, the top and then like really good artists who just aren't like, they don't make pop music, so they're not popular to everybody.
Have you ever been recognized in public?
I don't actually know. I think I have, but it's always like, I'm trying to think. I have before, but it's like through friends, or like people, I like meet people at like my friend's house and they're like, have heard of me, my music before, but I've never really had like someone stop me at the grocery store and be like, oh my gosh. But I have heard my music playing in like different restaurants and stuff, which is cool. But yeah, I mean, I'm still like so like small in comparison to a lot of artists. So I just like get to make music, and most of the people don't even know who I am, which is like, even if I play my friends my song, like they won't really know who wrote it. So it's nice to just be able to like, it's also because I don't like my only like picture of myself on an album cover is on the EP, and I had a buzzed head, so people don't like. I had someone like that I told her what project we were talking about music. She's also a really good musician, and she didn't like, had no idea like it was me who wrote the EP because I look like fairly different. So that's also cool. I like not having like my big songs don't have my face on it, except for Sincerity when like a baby. But
That was you as a baby.
yeah.
What made you choose to put you as a baby on your cover?
I think it's sick. I don't know. I just like the idea, and then the also the concept behind it was like, when you're a kid, like you couldn't care less about what people think about you. You know, you're just trying to play in the mud, have fun. And so I was like, that's like, you're literally just like fired up for being you. You know, and then you grow up and then you have all these things you want to try to be in. So that was like, I had the photo. It was gonna be a quick album cover. I just was so like tired of working on the song. I just wanted to get it out. So that concept came together pretty quick. My roommate helped me design it a little bit, but yeah.
Now I'm going to ask you some meanings behind your songs.
Okay.
I chose the ones that are my favorite.
Okay, let's do it.
This one's my favorite. What's your meaning behind Sunny Someday?
So Sunny Someday is, I wrote it here in South Africa 2 years ago now? No, I think 3. But it's basically about, like, I had so many friends that, like, you know, when we had a friend group here that we used to skate with, and like we'd have all these dreams and like we want to do things, but I had so many of my friends that like would do something and then just give up right before, you know, they'd want to travel somewhere and then they'd just like give up. Or so the whole vision behind that was basically like, it was kind of like a tongue-in-cheek comment, or like a little bit cheeky of like calling people out, but just to like chase their dreams. Like, it takes a bit of risk, and a lot of people just end up being stuck where they're from because they don't want to risk anything, you know. And so it was sort of like it's sort of like a challenge, like get out of your comfort zone. And also, it's like a fun song. It's like the lyrics, it's not like extremely complicated lyrically, but it was just like that was like the idea behind it. I wanted to make it as simple as possible and like as fun and poppy as possible. But that was it. It's basically just like sort of just like challenging people to try something, you know, even if like you fail, like, you know, go for it, take a shot in the dark. And so it was more like I think it was just like me being surrounded, like, cause I'd gone to Hawaii for I think a couple times already, and I came back and I was like, and my friends like had like this desire to like travel and do stuff, and I was like, let's just do it. Like, they had the money and they just didn't want to do it. So that's the idea behind that, is like to like, no matter, like, even if you, not even to like leave, like not even to travel, but to just like do something, you know, like, rather than, because with my friend group, we just all just mope around, and like sometimes we wouldn't even go skate because we were just too lazy to like drive there, you know what I mean? So it's basically like just trying to get people to like act, do something, you know.
Sick.
But also not like a direct challenge. It's like a fun like poppy song, yeah.
Oh, I like that song.
Yeah.
I use it for my video part.
Oh, sick, yeah, dude. I actually saw it. Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, that one came together pretty quickly.
But that one was a quick one.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. Yeah, I wrote it like at my house here, and then I had some friends over and we just like messed around.
Do you write a song in one sitting, or you do it over multiple days?
Oh, with lots of days, yeah. Like, I'm trying to think I think that one came out a lot pretty quickly, but like maybe it didn't. No, that one did. But sometimes I'll sit on songs for like 2 years and then like pull them out of the bag like later. But that one was like fairly quick. But it's very rare that it's one day. Like, I'll usually produce most of it in one day, and then lyrics take about a week, finishing up, like adding all the little like elements, and it takes about a week or so. So yeah, that one to be finished took about 3 months because I got a lot of it done, and then I had to get it mixed, and it just took a long time to get mixed and writing the lyrics, like finalizing everything. And I was like moving at the time too, so it was obviously a lot more complicated. But yeah, that one was the initial like idea of the song was put down pretty quickly.
Sick.
Yeah.
You mentioned you've been to Hawaii.
Mhm.
Hawaii is on my bucket list of places to visit.
It's dope. Yeah.
What is it? What's Hawaii? What's it like in Hawaii?
It's really cool. I was working with a missionary base there, but it's beautiful. I mean, it's really hot, super hot, super humid. But the beaches are great. Like everyone's super nice. Everyone's really friendly. Like decent surf, but it's just beautiful. Like mountains, a lot of like big fields. It's obviously a volcano.
Did you go to the volcano?
I did not this time. No, actually, like some of my friends went, and like they're like right by the lava, which you're not supposed to do, but they somehow managed to get in. But there's also a lot of cool cliff jumping spots, a lot of beautiful waterfalls. Like so that was my favorite, just like traveling around the island and cliff jumping and stuff.
Sick.
Yeah.
One of my favorite skaters, Jason Park, is from
Sick.
Hawaii.
Okay, yeah.
He does all those crazy like tricks.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, with like, is it the guy that takes take his wheel off and all that stuff? And was that him? What's that guy?
It's similar stuff, but that's Daewong's song.
That's what I was thinking of. Daewon's song, dude.
Jason Park does all those circus tricks where he will.
Oh, sick.
Like he did one where he flipped,
Yeah.
but he kicked his shoes off in the air and then landed on his board.
That's crazy, dude.
Or he would do stuff where he'll balance on manual only on one wheel.
Yeah, see, that's
Or
like.
he just taps his board and makes it flip and then lands on it. Like weird stuff.
That's like Rodney Mullen stuff, dude. Super techy. That's so sick.
Yeah. You don't see much of that nowadays.
No.
Everything's about big
Rails.
stairs and handrails.
Yeah.
Everyone's about doing the big stuff.
Yeah. It's not. People slam so hard from that stuff, dude.
I don't like watching slams.
No, I don't either.
Unless you can tell they're fun and it's kind of funny.
Yeah, but the big stairs when like they dislocate their wrist or break the ankle, and like I'm not down to watch that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's rough, dude.
What's the meaning behind Soft Night?
Soft Nights is, I wrote that one in Hawaii. That one took a while to finish, but that one is basically, I was like, I'd been away from home. I think it was like my second year. Like I'd go for like 6 to 9 months and then be back for like a few months. But it was like coming back and like basically because I have 2 little brothers and a younger sister. My sister's like 2 years younger than me. But my little brothers would like grow up so much when I was away, and so it almost feels like it literally felt like a night. Like I'd wake up and they were like all grown up, and so it's basically just like the battle of like living away from home and like missing out on their childhood. Like, cause I never wanted to like. I've had friends that like their older siblings would leave, you know, and they like you can't stay in touch that easily. So it was just like the idea of like everything. It looked like they grew up so quickly, but I'd just been gone for 2 years, you know. But I like the next time I saw them, they were like another 2 feet taller and like way more mature and stuff. So that's like the idea of that song was just like feeling like their growth was like expedited because I wasn't there to see them every day, you know. Yeah.
It seems like with your songs you write about personal stuff.
Yeah, I do. It's hard to sometimes. Some people process like all their heavy stuff with like personal songs. I don't like that too much. Because I think like, I don't know, that's not, I mean there's nothing wrong with it, but that's just not how I would usually do it. But like if I'm like really struggling with something a lot, I would like, I just don't put it in my songs. But stuff like that where it's like something that's pretty common in my life and I can like put it into words, I'll write about it. But yeah, I do try to write stuff that's personal to me, at least that I like believe, you know. So I experiment with writing like songs for other people that like don't have much like meaning to me, you know, just like expand my writing abilities, but a lot of time it does have something to me, like it does mean something to me, yeah.
Do you find it tricky to put all your emotions into a song?
Very. Because it's like I often just like, I mean for me I'm a guy, I like blurt out everything at once, and so it's hard to like link things in the verses, link it to the chorus, link it to the music. But I think like I usually, what I want to do now is just like be less critical of how I do it and really let the music speak for itself. And that's not to say like write less polished music, but like I think so many times I would like write something and like be like, oh no, and I scratch it right away, and like write something else and like scratch it right away. So I'm being pretty cynical. But yeah, I think I want to get into like letting the emotion of the song carry more of the weight than like the technicalities of it. Yeah.
Cool. Seems like a lot of artists, their songs are very meaningful to them.
I think that's when people write the best music, is when it actually means something to them.
It's true.
And they care about it obviously more.
Actors aren't really like that. They basically just do the role.
Yeah, they have to put on someone else's personality.
Yeah.
So that's a challenge, you know, and it's not easy. So they have a lot of skill, but for artists it's cool. You get to showcase who you are, you know, through a song, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the meaning behind Lost? That was your first song you wrote.
Yeah, that's like, I think I just came out of high school and I had no idea what I wanted to do. And I literally just felt like I was like in this massive ocean and I had no idea where I was going. And I was like praying about what I should do and I had no idea, and I like felt like I was being dragged in all these different directions and had like no control over what I was supposed to do. And so it was basically like this, like, I don't know what I'm going to do now, you know, kind of thing. So, which I think everyone goes through, like when you, I mean maybe some people don't, but like when you graduate high school or college even, it's like now you're in the real world and now you got to figure out what you're going to do, and there's so many options. So that was basically like me processing like what, like kind of where I was at. Yeah, exactly. It was like the end of a chapter, start of a new one. Yeah.
Some people just go to college or university just because they don't know what to do.
Yeah, I know, and especially in America, everyone, that's kind of what you do. You go to high school and you go to college. I think it's definitely important to like get an education, obviously, but some people you're not cut out for it, and you can get, if you don't like need to go to school, you're just gonna waste a lot of money and time. But yeah, I'm looking at going to college soon.
What you going to study?
International relations through like UNISA, through online school. But yeah, college is cool, but it was just like, I just had no idea what I wanted to do, and so I was like frustrated, and like that's kind of one of the songs I was just like writing out of more frustration than like anything.
Is it hard to write your first ever song?
Yes.
I know you've done covers.
Yeah. It was hard because it was the first time I wrote an original, but it was less hard because I had less pressure in a way.
Expectation.
Yeah, less expectation. Like no one expected anything, so I was like, dope, here you go. But whereas now it's like people sort of have an expectation of what it needs to sound like. So there's a bit more pressure with that, but I don't really put too much of that weight on me. I just write whatever I want. But it was easier being the first song. I was like, no one's gonna even listen to it, so it doesn't matter.
I used it in one of my videos.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
I like using your songs in videos because they're good, and it's different to other stuff because finding copyright-free music that's actually good is insanely hard.
Yeah.
Like finding good beats is easy, but not like actual songs.
Yeah. And that's where like a lot of small artists, you know, they're crushing it because they're talented, but they don't have labels, so they're not charging an arm or leg for a license, you know. So yeah, I appreciate you using it. Yeah, it's
You're welcome.
Thanks, man.
What kind of genre would you put your music into?
Definitely indie, but like indie pop, indie rock, kind of stuff. The first stuff was like more folky, but the newer stuff's definitely more indie. It's like indie pop, yeah.
When I googled you yesterday, like you popped up as a Google labeled you as a folk artist.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't know how that Apple and Google are like kind of weird. Like I think Apple labels me as a folk artist too, so it's kind of just like twisting like what the heck. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Which one of your songs are you the most proud of? Or you're proud of all of them?
I like all of them. I think what I'm most proud of is my EP, because that was like, I don't know why, but I have such a like strong connection to it. Because I think that was just like a series of songs where like I wrote some of them here, I wrote some of them like overseas, but they all meant like, it was just like a different style where I could be a lot more like lyrical and like a lot more emotion into it. And it was like the first like produced thing I did, you know, and it came out really, really good. But I still am like really proud of it. So I think that's just the EP. I think my favorite, I don't know if I can pick a favorite song, but I'm really happy with how Whiskey Throw came out and Soft Nights. And then also, I really like Sincerity. I'm really happy with how that came out, yeah.
That's a good song.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, so those would be the ones I definitely, but the EPs I'm really It's like what I look back on, I'm like super stoked about.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Also, that's a collection of songs compared to just
Yeah.
throwing one out.
So that's up to I think if I wrote an album or like another EP, I'd definitely, you invest more into it, you know, it's not just like a one-off thing. Yeah.
True. How did the pandemic COVID affect your career?
I mean, I just do music for fun, so there's like, I don't get a whole lot of money from it, and whatever I do I put back into music. So it's not like I'm living off of it, but yeah, it was weird. I mean, it's basically since March, I was living in California and I went to Indiana to live with my girlfriend and her family so I could work there because they hadn't shut down in Indiana. But I basically haven't written any like new music since then, since like March. So it's just been like kind of a crazy time, and I just haven't really felt like stoked to write music. I've just been trying to like understand what's going on and trying to like stay busy, stay afloat. So I think in that way it's definitely like slowed down my music production, you know. But also in a good way, because now like when I write music I'm happy about it. But before I was kind of like forcing myself to do it. Yeah.
I've noticed this with artists, like someone that I follow on Instagram, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They promote that their songs are on like Spotify and iTunes,
Yeah.
but they never really mention YouTube. Do you think that do you know like there's a reason why artists don't really promote that their songs are on YouTube compared to like what I mentioned, Spotify and iTunes?
I think it's a good question. I never promote YouTube. With the distribution stuff, most artists use it, goes on everywhere, like Google Music, Amazon Music. I think because you get more plays on Spotify and Apple Music because people can they put on their playlist and it just runs through and then like every so often you get a play. Whereas YouTube, it's like the only time I listen to music on YouTube is I'm watching music videos.
Okay.
So I don't necessarily because also like when you listen to music on your phone, you just put Spotify in the background, you can still use your phone. Whereas YouTube, it's like, unless you have the paid version or whatever, you can't. Yeah. But it's like you can't like close it, you know. Yeah. So that's probably why people just don't use it as much. Would be my guess, yeah.
Well, I use the YouTube Music app.
Really? Okay. But I think like
I prefer it to Spotify.
Really?
Because Spotify, I find it tricky to find songs.
Yeah.
Like you have to have the exact name of the song and the artist.
Yeah.
But since YouTube is owned by Google and they've got a very good search engine,
yeah,
I can literally just. Sometimes you only remember like a lyric.
Yeah.
So I just type in the lyric and I'll find the song.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. So that's cool, but I think majority of people I know in America use Spotify Apple Music, just because the playlist thing is so cool, and like it's relatively cheap, and yeah, it's like a huge catalog of music, you know.
YouTube Music's probably got the same catalog, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. It's just they don't really have the same the creator playlists never really get recommended.
Exactly. Yeah.
On YouTube. You can only go to your playlist that you made.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I think Spotify took off, was like there's so many there's so many like cool playlists where like I haven't made playlists in months, and so I just use other people's playlists. So yeah.
Well, one thing that YouTube Music has over Spotify is it's got the music videos.
Yeah, that's
so when you play a song, you can choose both the audio version or you can watch the video.
Yeah, that's really cool. So that's obviously I didn't even know that. That's dope though.
So I think Spotify is launching video.
Yeah, they are slowly but surely. There's like it's just a different. It looks a little bit different.
Yeah. It's kind of weird in the comment section.
Yeah.
But yet again, if you're watching the music video via the music app, there's no comments either.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah. Spotify does it's called Canvas, and you can like basically post like little music videos on there too, which I think is cool, but it does add something. But I'll never like watch the Canvas. Like whenever I'm listening to music, it's like in the background.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like for an artist, it's probably better to be on Spotify because it's got that thing where you can share it, like your Instagram story.
Yeah.
Or it helps you.
Yeah, that is really cool. That's a cool feature of the app. Yeah, I use like Spotify, and that's where my music does best. And that's where I can usually push the most on music. Yeah.
I listen to your songs via YouTube.
Oh, sick. Okay. Yeah. I think most of my streams come from Spotify, Apple Music, and then Amazon and Google.
Amazon had music.
Yeah.
Amazon has everything.
Yeah, Amazon is crazy. Yeah.
You know they're Google's deleting Google Play Music.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Nice. Do you know why?
Because they want to promote the YouTube music.
Okay.
Because there's no point in them having two.
Yeah.
So now if you get an Android phone, it's going to automatically have YouTube music on.
Oh, that's cool, for free. Or if like...
I guess you get like a trial.
Yeah.
But the app will be there.
Yeah. That's dope. No, that's cool, yeah.
So I guess YouTube wants to expand music.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do.
Well, if you go to the trending page,
Uh-huh.
music's always on there because people consume it like multiple times. Compared to if you watch like someone's vlog, you might watch it once, maybe twice, but with like music, you constantly will go back to it.
Yeah,
especially if it's a good music video.
If it's a good music video, I'll watch it over and over again. Yeah. So that's definitely that's a good thing to think about. Yeah.
Do you have any plans on making music videos?
I don't know. I filmed one here with Josh, and it was just like a little bit rushed. Like we literally filming it the day I left, the morning before my flight. Like we were like rushed and get a last shot, and it just didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted to. And also Sunday wasn't really doing great at the time, so I was like I didn't want to put another thing out there, you know. But I think music videos are really cool. I just would want to do it well. That's why I'm sort of waiting. Of like my songs get a little more attention if I get like a team around me that's with like a bit of a budget for a music video. I'll be super stoked to film one. It's just really hard to film like a really good music video without like a lot of equipment and a lot of money, you know, and time obviously.
Do you think you're gonna work with Josh if you do it again?
Oh, I love Josh. Yeah, I'd love to work with him again.
I think he's got the experience.
He's got the experience. He's just like fun to work with. He's like that's literally like when he filmed music video, it was just like a good time. You know, there wasn't like he's so open to new ideas. He's not like an iron-fisted leader. He's like obviously a director, but he will like be open to whatever you have to say. He's always like firing people up, and he's a great filmer and director. So I'd love to work with him again. Yeah.
I like his work.
Oh yeah, and he's like worked for what's his name? Jeremy Oliver.
Who?
Jeremy, what's his name? The South African artist. He was on like The Voice or something. I think it's Jeremy Oliver, but Josh like helped him film stuff, and he's like, Josh has got a good catalog going from stuff as well.
He made a yoga video for my mom for promotion.
Oh nice, that's sick.
Because he does yoga with my mom.
Oh dope, dude. Yeah. So yeah, I mean he's great at what he does. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can I be in your music video if you do one?
Yeah, dude. If you want it, I'll let you know, dude.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Dude, we did like the one day we had like a lot of people just come and dance on the beach, so you can really do whatever. Yeah.
A proper skate trick.
There you go, dude. So yeah, I think music videos are sick. I just would have to. Yeah, I don't know. It's not like something that I'm like really excited about doing, but I think the more I'd like to look into it, the more excited I'd be about it.
Do you think you'll write a song for a video compared to just choosing any song?
I would like to, yeah. Sometimes it's easier to just give someone a song, you know, they pay this license price or whatever. But it would be fun to work on a project, like on a song for a community or something. Yeah.
Well, back in the day, as far as I'm correct, artists really wanted to do lots of music videos because they wanted to get their plays on like MTV and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But now with YouTube, people will probably get more views than this.
Oh yeah.
TV.
Yeah. No one listens to music on TV anymore. But yeah.
It used to be channels exclusively just playing music videos 24 hours.
Yeah, and now you just you have Spotify on your TV now, so you don't need MTV or whatever, you know.
Well, I was thinking about this like a few weeks ago. Is like people back in the day making their own TV was like the big thing.
Yeah.
But is that still really the case? Because nowadays you got people like PewDiePie who probably get multiple more views than a TV channel.
Yeah.
And everyone nowadays watches Netflix.
Oh, I think it's totally shifted. I think everyone wants to be a YouTube star because then it's
you're in control.
You're your own boss. Yeah, you know. You make your own money. You film the videos you want, and it's also a lot more possible because all you need to do is start filming videos. Whereas instead of going to audition after audition, trying it on Disney Channel, you just film a video. And if it takes off, it takes off. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
How do you make money off your music?
It's not a lot. I'll say that. Spotify doesn't pay you a lot. I mean, I do. Spotify pays you 0.006 cents per play.
Yeah.
So I think I worked it out. It's let's see what it is again. I think per million plays, it's $6,000 per show. Let me just double check.
That's not a lot.
It's not a lot at all. Let's see. Yeah, it's $6,000 $6,000 per million plays. So I've made about like a little bit over $3,000 like combined with everything. But then you have like licensing companies that pay you more for like to just like license your song once off. And then I work with these guys called Artlist, and they have like a subscription-based licensing company where that you make a little money because you get paid per license, or you paid like annually for like the amount of downloads you get on your songs. But it's really hard to make any money with music. Like I've had music up since 2015. So if you think about like per year, that's like $3,000. But at least from Spotify over 5 years, it's not a whole lot, you know. But it does help, obviously. Like I can put that right back. I've already used all of it back into like, because getting a song mixed and mastered can cost up to like $500. Now it's like, yeah, so it's just a little bit different because you gotta put that money back into music, or you won't have enough money to get stuff mixed and mastered. So it's, in terms of like a career, you have to figure a way around it because you're not gonna really be able to. I mean, I know people that make enough money from Spotify, but it's kind of risky because if all of a sudden your plays go down, you don't have enough money, you know. So yeah.
You probably make more money on iTunes because people are buying the song and
Yeah,
buying the album.
yeah. It's when CDs were big, you could make bank, but now it's like
CDs are dead.
they're dead, dude. No one buys them. So.
My dad still has his CD collection.
Really? I still use CDs in my car. I love it. But no one else, like, I mean, why would you pay $10 for a CD when you can pay $10 a month for 100 CDs? You know? Yeah,
and then also if you have Spotify, you don't have to worry about not liking something. You just move on to the next thing. And you pay a CD and you're like, well, I just wasted money on this stuff I didn't even like.
Yeah, exactly. So Spotify is great. You don't get like it's not very great in terms of money, but it's super good in terms of exposure because you can get like people listen to you from all over the world rather than just from like your hometown.
Do you think you ever make like CDs and albums, like handheld proper ones, just for fun?
I would think I would, like, if I did an album, I would for sure try to get a vinyl just for like a memory, you know.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So, and I'd probably do a CD so I can like keep it in my car or whatever. But yeah, I think CDs are cool. It obviously makes more sense because you can get everything's online now, and CDs get scratched and they get broken and lost. But yeah, I still love listening to CDs because then you get to listen to the album. Whereas on Spotify, everything's playlists, so you never listen to the whole album anymore, you know.
Do you ever listen to your own music? Like you randomly in the car, like, hey, I want to listen to Sunny Sundays.
No, I mean the only times I will is like I'll put on someone's playlist, and then if my song's on it, like it'll come on, and I'll like, it's cool to hear it because I'm like, oh, I remember like writing that, I remember like working on it. But there are very few times where I'll like sit down and listen to a song intentionally. But it's not, I just like have worked it, I've heard it so many times, and I like listening to other people's stuff that they create as well.
Well, I've realized from like, if you're a creator, like someone who, maybe you're a painter, artist, me with making videos, you enjoy the process of making it,
yeah,
but you don't really go back and like for me, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go watch my YouTube video from 2 years ago.
Exactly, yeah.
The memory was making it.
Exactly, yeah. Then you make the product, and then the public gets to listen to, like, I fall in love with the process, and like once you get a song out, and like it's the best feeling, and then sort of go to the next one, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your dream collaboration?
I think I'd love to collab with Coin. They're like a really cool band. Dayglow's really, really good. The 1975 would be dope. Oh, honestly, like even like Roller Birds from down here, they're so dope. I love their music. Gutenberg, there's so many. I think playing a show, like I would love to play a show with Roller Bird and like Coin and Dayglow, but like collaborating, I just love like South African music too that comes out of here. Like even like Short Straw, super dope. Albert is like really, really good. So I think one from South Africa would be Will the Birds, and then another one would be, say, Coin. Yeah.
Do you like local rappers or not really?
I don't really listen to like rap a whole lot. Like I do like it, like it bumps and it's really good, but I don't like listen to rap a whole lot. Unless I'm in the gym, then I'll listen to a bit of rap sometimes.
It's good motivation music.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I don't really like local rap.
You don't like it?
PH Fat's got some good songs.
Yeah, PH Fat's dope, but yeah.
I don't dig.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, we're done with music questions, but I got some skate questions for you.
Let's do it.
Because we met through skating, so I
Yeah,
might as
yeah.
well ask skating.
Let's do it.
And I doubt anyone else is going to ask you skate questions if you do other interviews.
Yeah, that's 100%, yeah.
Yesterday I listened to that podcast you did earlier this year.
Oh, sick. Nice,
It
dude.
was very short.
Yeah.
Podcast needed to be at least like an hour.
Yeah, 100%.
That was like 12 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When did we do that one?
I don't know, it was some people when you were overseas.
Oh, yeah, that
And
was...
they had the video of you playing the songs.
Yeah, that was for someone's, like, school project. Yeah, that helped me out. They go to, like, a university in California. It's, like, some journalism project. I was like, sure, I'll do it. Yeah.
Was that a cool experience or was it just alright?
It was fun. I mean, I didn't know what to expect when I went into it. Like, it was kind of rushed, but it was fun doing it, yeah.
There are some pretty good questions.
Yeah. So, yeah, the interview was great. But, yeah, I didn't even, like, prepare any music, so I was, like, scrambling to write stuff, but, yeah. It was fun.
I watched the video and you played a song about your girlfriend that like not released.
Yeah, that was, totally out the blue. I was just, like, play another one. I was like, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, that's always fun, to just, like, mess around like that, yeah.
Do you ever think you're going to release that song?
I have a lot of songs that are unreleased. Some of them are like for an album. So I think I will. I always like working on new stuff though. I don't really like digging into the old stuff. Sometimes I get really inspired to go into the old stuff, but for the most part, when I go into the studio, I want to start something new.
I understand.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the same. I don't really reuse footage if I'm making a video.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes I will like keep the best stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you still skate as much as you used to, or are you more focused on music?
I don't skate very much at all anymore. All my friends in California surf, so that's what I'll do. Like I live really close to the beach. I'll surf like 4 or 5 times a week. Maybe only skate like a couple of times a month. I still love skating, like the little bowls and stuff. I love, but it's just like I don't do it enough. So when I skate, I'm like scared I'm gonna get hurt again because you have to like.
Cover.
Yeah, it's just like. If I break my wrist, I can't play guitar, I can't work. So, whereas surfing's a lot more, like, a lot better on your body. Yeah.
Are you good at surfing?
Definitely not. I love surfing, but it's like so difficult. But yeah, I've been able to write some, like, surfing Huntington was really fun, and like, been writing a lot more short boards. So it's really challenging, but it's like, it's a good challenge, I really like it. And it's like, when I go out, I know I'll have fun, and like, we're skating, I'm like, am I gonna be able to walk after this? Like, I don't really know. Especially trying stuff with skating, it's a little bit. Obviously, you just need to skate more often to keep up with everything, yeah.
True. When you were skating like properly, like almost every day, how long were your sessions?
Like a couple hours usually, yeah, like 1-2 hours probably. And then like 30 minutes, 40 minutes of just chilling, but usually, depending where I was, like if I drove to Battery Park, it'd be like a little bit longer, but usually like down in the DIY park is like hours or two. Yeah.
So, have you been to the new DIY park since you've been here?
No, but I drove past it. It looks pretty fun. The little like ledges and stuff. Pretty sick. You go there?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I just go there because that's where the homies are.
Yeah, so everyone just cruises, yeah.
There's a quarter park too, but it's busy getting fixed.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Most of the ramps are Ethan Seymour, I don't know if you know him.
Yeah. That's
He used to skate at Long Beach.
Yeah. That's dope.
Most of the ramps are his.
That's sick. Yeah, there's some cool ones. Yeah.
How did you get into skateboarding and longboarding? Because I know you also did that.
Yeah, longboarding was like just all my friends did it. Skating was like, it was just getting bigger, and like they had like a DIY park, and me and Sam got a board and we were like frothing on it, and like it was just like something we could do because like people stopped downhill skating really, and so we're like, well, let's just do this then, and we just kind of got into that. So it was just like more of just hanging out with my friends, and that's what they were doing. So I was like, and I also loved it. I wanted to do it. I wanted to try it. So yeah. So I think I only skated for like a couple of years here. But it's mainly because like everyone just stopped downhill skating, yeah.
Which one do you prefer?
I think I had more fun downhill skating because I had more of my friends doing it, and so that was definitely like some legendary times, like going down like Cape Point and like Chappies, and but street skating is also really fun. Yeah.
So you enjoy both?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You were sponsored by Omen Longboards.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was it like being sponsored by them?
So basically, I'll joke about this to my friend all the time, but one of my friends was like, Mike Shine was like really good at skating, and so he got a connection with like Omen Longboards. They're based in Seattle, and they like make boards, and they started making wheels towards the end as well, and he basically like got me on a team, And so I always felt like tell him I was like basically sponsored by him, because he like pretty much got me a sponsor. But it was cool. I mean, I'd get boards. I was on Flow, so I'd get free boards, but I'd like get wheels half off and like get like whatever I wanted, pretty much half off. It was dope. I got like a lot of cool boards from them. They would never like, I wouldn't ask for boards all the time, but they gave me like 3 or 4. And like longboarding, you don't break boards, you know, so
Mostly wheels that go.
yeah, you just burn through wheels, but like, so that was cool. It was also cool like getting free stuff, you know, when I was a kid. Like when I was younger, I would sell boards, and like after I was done with them, they were totally fine with me like doing that. So I was able to make like money from it.
Sick.
So like buy wheels and stuff. So, but yeah, it was fun. It was really cool. Yeah.
When you were sponsored, did they ask you to do any stuff for them, like make videos or promote them via social media?
Yeah, we had to do a lot of social media like promotion. We had to film like some videos. I had to like film a little edit for them. But yeah, it was a lot of like just social media. That was the main thing. It's like getting product out there.
What kind of stuff did they give you besides boards?
They had like bearings that they gave us. Like they had but it was mainly just boards and wheels that I'd like get from them. Yeah. So that's all you really need though too.
Were they good stuff?
Oh yeah, they're sick boards. I love them. They're like my favorite. That's why I liked writing for them, because I actually liked everything they had. Yeah.
That's good. It's better when you sponsored and you're promoting a company you actually can actually like the product compared to doing it just for the free stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I like the boards. I was writing the boards before I was being sponsored. So yeah. Yeah.
What's the biggest hill you went down when you were longboarding?
Biggest? I mean, like Cape Point was pretty big. It's pretty fast. Like I had a tunnel, which is like Chapman's Peak. And there's a hill in Capri called Steep Side, which is like so steep. So we did that, like we used to do that a lot. But I don't know, I probably like Tunnel. Tunnel is pretty long. It's very, yeah, probably Tunnel. Or like Red Hill. Oh, Tunnel's like on coming from Howe Bay over the mountain through Chapman's Peak, and then you go like down the hill and through the little tunnel at the end. Yeah.
They like retard the road fairly. It was like I think it was last year.
Yeah, I'd say you
on
can't
Cape
skate
Point,
it.
like
Yeah.
apparently you can't skate it.
Yeah.
So Richard from
Oh, Border.
yeah, he said it's nothing. He would do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him at Border the other day.
He's a cool dude.
He's dope. He's always super friendly. Yeah. But and then we skated Red Hill too, like in Samstown.
Yeah.
All like the switchbacks and the headwinds are just so fun. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's everything I want to ask. Thanks for coming on.
Heck yeah, of course, bro. Thanks for doing this. Sick. It's really fun. Yeah.
You don't do much interviews.
No, I don't. Yeah, I just like stay in my studio and mess around pretty much. Yeah.
One day we'll be doing lots.
Yeah, dude. Maybe. Yeah. I like doing interviews. They're fun. Yeah.
Sick.
Okay. Thanks, bro.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming on.
Cool.
What do you want to shout out? Anything?
Shout out. Sunny Sunday is almost at 400,000 plays. So I think it's at like 397,000.
Okay.
So if we get 400,000, that'd be dope.
That's on Spotify.
Spotify, yes.
Sick.
Yeah. That's pretty much, I think that's it. Not really working anything new right now. Chilling with the family, so yeah.
Cool. All the links to go check out Reuben's music will be in the description. I'll link the iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and Amazon.
I think it's on Amazon Music too. Yeah.
And Amazon Music. So if you use those platforms, definitely go check out his music. His music's sick.
Thank you, dude.
I'm not just saying that because I'm his friend. I genuinely like it.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Like when I do chores, like I hang up washing or unpack the dish, I'm always like listening to some songs. Like, hey, I'm gonna go listen to a Reuben song now.
Dope, dude. I appreciate it. I love that, dude. I love hearing that. Thanks, dude.
Do you have any other projects?
I'm working on a song right now that I just started yesterday. That's like fun. That's like the first one I've liked in a while. But yeah, 2021 I'll have to put out more music. So looking forward to like working on that a little bit harder. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Go check out his music. And if you listen to it on Spotify, this podcast is also on Spotify.
Heck yeah. There you go. Solid.
Yeah.
Sick, dude. Stoked. Thank you, bro.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming on. That was fun.
Dude, heck yeah. I love that. You got some good questions, dude.
Thanks.